I'm here with, hello, Professor Greenaway. I was just wondering if we could ask you a few questions about our program, this Lehigh Nottingham Fellowship opportunity that's been going on for the past week. First, I was wondering if you could talk a little bit about the history or what brought about this partnership.
So there's two things to that. One is why we as a university are interested in partnerships outside of the UK. And then secondly, why we're interested in a specific partnership with Lehigh University. Partnerships outside the UK are very important to me and to the university because at the end of the day, the United Kingdom's a relatively small country in a very big world. And lots of the really important challenges that we face are global challenges. And I don't just mean the global financial crisis. That will be gone, one hopes, in 5 or 6 years. I mean much deeper things around food security, around access to basic healthcare, around climate change. These are all quintessentially global problems. So building international partnerships can only help inform our curriculum development. It can only help inform our strategic development around research, and it can only help enrich the experience of students here. So why Lehigh? Well, I regard myself as, and I've said this before, a Lehigh alum. Having spent a couple of semesters at Lehigh in the 1980s with my family, and I taught in the Department of Economics there, in the College of Business. Wonderful experience. Well aware of the qualities of the students at Lehigh, well aware of the quality of the faculty and the quality of the infrastructure. So it's a kind of an obvious partner in some respects, and when Professor Aronson first raised the possibility of us doing something different with our respective MBA programs, it was a kind of an obvious one to follow up on.
Excellent. We're very happy that you did. We've had a very good experience here this week. Could you also talk about the future, I guess? Where do you want this program to go? And also if you could touch on what you want your students in the program to get out of it.
So for the future, I'd certainly like to see this program grow and develop. You know, doing it first time round is always the hardest thing to do. Mm-hmm. And you learn a lot from having done it first time round. You learn a lot about the kind of numbers that can sensibly be accommodated. You learn a bit about you know, whether one's got the right kind of partners involved outside of the university. Mm-hmm. I certainly think there's potential for growing it in scale, and we both need to think about what that means for our respective institutions. Mm-hmm. I'd certainly like to see it grow in visibility so that it becomes something very distinctive for Lehigh students and for Nottingham students, and something that they want to compete to get into, so that we get the very best students on the program. I might also say I'd like to see the relationship with Lehigh broaden beyond this program, because I do think that there's a number of areas where we interface not just in business and social sciences, mm-hmm. but potentially also in pharmacy, and biosciences, engineering, where there may be opportunities for building a relationship that's longer-term strategic partnership between our two institutions. With respect to the students, my students, your colleagues that are specifically on this particular program, well, the first thing you want is for it to be broadening. You know, you want them to get something out of the fact they've come to another country, they've engaged with a cohort of students who have come from, you know, a different pathway, a different background, and the opportunity to engage with business organisations, public sector organisations that are embedded in a different cultural context. Because that can only help, I think, develop students that are more adaptable. And in the world that we're in, adaptability will be a real premium in the job market.
Excellent. Perfect. Thank you so much.